Hey guys, hope you're all doing wonderful. I know I am. This is going to be a message for the collective, so we'll see what comes out. Remember to use your own discernment, take what resonates, and leave the rest, and pull some charms for you first. All right, so we did get girl power. So this could be a feminine energy that I'm speaking to. Doesn't have to be. We also got the evil eye. Okay, and we got a white cat, and it looks like it is either meowing or screaming, one of the two. But it being white, and this is showing me one, that you're coming into your power, and you're also realizing how divinely protected you truly are. And if you haven't realized that yet, I hope you do, because this is really coming through. This is protection here. And spirit has a message here for you. That's why this cat looks like it's screaming. So there's something about to come through. Okay, let's see what it is. So I'm first gonna look a little bit into your past so I know who I'm talking about here, okay? So Spirit, show me this person's past, please. Who am I reading for today? Knight of Cups. Okay. Show me more, Spirit. Who's this person? Okay. Oh. Oh, you went into something blindly. There's some trickery or betrayal here. You went into something blindly. Blindly trusting. I don't know if you ended up taking on too much here or if someone juggled you. Goats could be significant, or rams. The color red is really coming through here, so that's significant for someone as well. And we got the Emperor. Show me the current energy, Spirit. Are you afraid? Are you afraid of death, or of I'm hearing not resting in peace? Okay, I see. So here I'm speaking to someone who has been looking to the spiritual realm, whether this be magic or otherwise, because they're worried about their past affecting, how do I word this? Their afterlife. You're worried about your past choices. Show me their future, Spirit. got the Death card. What else, Spirit? Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, the Ten of Cups. So you're going to die, okay? Everyone is. I'm not saying you're going to die now, so don't be scared. This is in no way to instill fear. Nothing I say is ever meant to instill fear. But you have to die. The old you has to die. Your ego has to die, okay? In order to reach this, to reach, to come to completion, full circle, right? Ten of Cups. The ending of a cycle. The old you has to die, but this future is here and waiting for you. Let's see what else comes through. Birds could be significant for you. Yeah, the wonder. So you've either been really lost or you're feeling really lost. Show me this person's true essence, Spirit. Pathfinder. Thank you. Okay. So you're feeling very scattered and lost, like you're just kind of wandering aimlessly through life, but really you're a pathfinder. Okay. So, and I'm hearing trailblazer, okay? And look at the image on this card, okay? And the quote comes to mind for me, you know, not all who wander are lost. So maybe, yes, you are a wanderer. Maybe that is how you have found paths, right? That lead you somewhere sacred, somewhere special, right? Because what happens when we wander off that path? Right, we can discover new things. So and again, birds can be significant for you. Show me more about this person's true essence here. Past lives. Okay, so we're gonna tap into this. So Spirit's telling me that there's something in your past lives that Spirit wants you to know about. Okay, so let's pull from our past lives deck. And I'll get some clarified here for you too in a second. So Spirit, show me about this person's past life or lives, please. What is it you want them to know? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Misused gifts and gift reawakened. Okay, we're going to get into this, but you died in battle or lived with the guilt of survival. Your body remembers violence, okay, but your soul is still seeking peace. This makes sense because I was saying you're kind of looking to the spiritual realm. You're safe now, okay, but your armor is still on. No wonder we're getting all this night energy, right? You're still wearing this armor from your past lives. And misused gifts. So what this tells me is that you were and you are highly gifted, okay, spiritually speaking, or artistically, maybe intellectually, maybe all, right? But in a past life, you used your power to either manipulate or control. And sometimes that's a little tough to hear about ourselves. So this is in no way judgment. So Spirit doesn't want you to feel bad about it. But this life is offering you redemption. Okay. So the main thing here is, Spirit, show me how worried you are about the afterlife and what's going to happen to your soul and the things, the quote unquote bad things that you've done or you think that you've done. And you're not sure how you can really make up for that or redeem it. And I know this might be a very, very specific message, okay? But it's going to reach who it's meant to. But this life is your redemption. That's what you're being offered now, okay? So Spirit's saying, choose to wield your gifts with heart, not agenda, okay? So drop the agendas. And your gifts are being reawakened, okay? So whatever this talent or spiritual ability you had in a past life, that's returning to you now, okay? So embrace that. You've already mastered it before. You mastered it in a past life, but you misused your gifts, okay? So now it's time to trust your gifts again, and this is your chance for redemption. This is your chance to use them correctly, okay? Let's see if we can get any other clarifiers here from the Spirit regarding this person's past life or lives. The ritual is still in your hands. So this makes sense, right? With the gifts reawakened. Orphan popped out, okay? So perhaps you were an orphan in a past life, or maybe multiple lives. The body forgets, the soul never does. Yeah, that makes sense here, because this other card we got was saying that you died in battle, right? And your body remembers the violence. So even if your body has forgotten it, your soul doesn't, okay? And these are things that we really come into this life forgetting, right? But we need to work through things from our past lives. And that's why we talk about it, is because you still need to heal from these things, because your soul is still affected, okay? Even if you were in a different body. What else, Spirit? Betrayal. Yeah, didn't I say there was a lot of betrayal there? I could see that. You kind of went into something blindly, and that was in this life. So it looks like there was a lot of betrayal in your past life or lives as well. So this is Spirit confirming here for us. Anything else, Spirit? Silenced. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense here with everything else that's coming through. Okay. So, let's see. How is this showing up for you now? Great. Tell me how this is showing up for them now, and what we can do about it, right? How is this showing up in your current life? I'm pulling from my Mirror Codes Shadow Work Oracle deck. Here we go. All right. Okay. So we got closed heart, rage suppressed, and comparison trap. So you might not see this as suppressed rage. Maybe you do. You might see it as stress or irritability or mood swings, okay, which your anger is trying to get out. And you've built up all of these walls around you to survive, but Spirit's saying you're ready now. You're feeling lonely. You're starting to feel these emotions spilling over. And maybe even comparing yourself a lot here. I'm seeing this comparison trap. So whether you're shrinking or you're trying to measure yourself up against someone else, so maybe ask yourself, who do you become when you're not competing, when you're not trying to be liked, or you're not competing with others? Think about what's teaching you that your anger is not valid, that your feelings aren't valid. What it would take for you to open up again, Yeah, and really realizing that this angered, that could be significant. Hey, that this anger that you are, feeling is sacred. Okay, and you need to just release it with power and purpose. And so it's a good affirmation. I'll give you a few of them here for you to say. So Spirit wants you to start affirming. I allow love to find me even when it feels risky. My anger is sacred. I release it with power and purpose. I am incomparable, unstoppable, and divinely designed. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to pull from my Healing Action deck too, see if there's anything else here that Spirit's going to give us guidance on, some action you may need to take on your part for your own healing, okay? Spirit. So we got 2 here. We got ground yourself. Always good advice. Let the anger move through you. See, we got the rage suppress that also said, that you need to release it with power and purpose. So yes, sit with it, okay? This anger that you're feeling, let this anger move through you, okay? Release it with power and purpose. And Spirit's wanting, I was just about to end this, and Spirit told me, no, I need to come back to this because you really are, although I'm getting that you appreciate all of this and resonate with all this, you really are worried about this afterlife. You're worried about your soul. And so Spirit's really telling me to tell you that you should not be fearful. Okay, Spirit loves you. And you need to forgive yourself, and you need to move through this. Okay, so whatever it is that you feel you've done, or maybe you've done, I just keep hearing it's okay. So not necessarily maybe that what you did was okay, but you are okay. And you're going to be okay, all right? So Spirit is wanting me to reassure you. And Spirit's the unknown. Okay, yes. So you fear the unknown. That's what this is. And, Spirit's really encouraging you to embrace the unknown. And I know that's really hard. We got the Commander here. So you're really in control more than you think. We've got some fire energy here too. And this really reminds me of the vision I had yesterday with all of the lightning around it. So what this is showing is that you're in control of this more than you realize, and you have a lot more of an impact than you realize. So again, I want to bring this back to Spirit's really highlighting here on this card. This life offers redemption, okay? So if you choose this life to use your gifts with your heart instead of agenda, because this is what you did in a past life. Remember, okay, you've already been through this and you made that choice. You made the choice to use your gifts for your own agenda instead of from your heart, okay? You've already made that choice. And now is your chance to make a different choice, okay? And again, this is completely said without any judgment, okay? And with real compassion for the things I can feel that you're feeling. I feel your fear, and how much you've been thinking about this, okay? What else here? on the floor. Let's see. Trees could be very significant. The number 6, and a lot of color here. Okay. You're on this path. This is what I'm seeing here. You're on this path home. Okay. Oh, that's great. The mender, yes, yes, okay. So you see here the mender, and of course we can't see gender on this, but I'm just gonna say he. For some reason I want to say he. He's kneeling down on a lily pad that is floating on these waters, right? There's steam behind him. And he has his hands either, namaste or in prayer, however you want to think of this. And it says the mender, okay? And that's why I said that, this came out in the other deck, redemption, right? So again, you can be a mender, okay? This is Spirit's reminder that not that you need fixing, you don't need fixed, okay? But things can always be fixed, if that makes sense, okay? It's never too late to turn things around. Again, birds could be significant. The elementalist. Yeah, you can move through this, you have a lot more power than you realize here. You can have a lot more impact. This is, and again, here we're also seeing we're seeing lotuses here as well. And then also the lily pad. So, and it looks like his whole head may be a lotus or some sort of flower. The theme here, lotuses, they bloom in the mud, and that's like that's significant here. Okay, so maybe you've really been through it. Maybe you feel that you bloomed in the mud. Okay, maybe you still feel stuck in the mud. Okay, maybe you feel like you've been silenced. Maybe you're feeling still all these heavy things from whether it be your past in this lifetime. Oh my gosh, this whole time I've been talking about the lotuses, and what's sitting there on the top of the deck, 3 of lotuses, okay? I can't make it up, you guys. So this is a strong theme here for you, the lotus flower, okay? And the fact that this came out with 3, 3 is, divinity. This is mind, body, spirit connection. And here, again, these lotuses are growing tall, and such a beautiful card with so many colors. And I see this for you. I see how thin this veil is. I see how close to it you are, but you are still you're not stuck. So I don't want to say stuck, but you feel very stuck in this kind of quicksand or mud, and maybe you're feeling finally like you're starting to kind of come out of it, but you're really stuck in this fear of the unknown. You just don't know what's going to happen to you, and part of you can't really stand that, right? You're just like, what's going on here? What's going to happen to me? Can I really do this? Can I really make up for it? And so Spirit wants you to let that go, okay? And I'm going to get some clarifiers here for you. This might give us a little timeline or something. What else, Spirit? $1900s. This may be a clue into your past life that we're getting here. 1900s. Maybe that's just a clue for you. Maybe you were born in 19, I don't know what. Okay, eternity. And August came out, so in the US. So all of these could be significant for you. I also got abroad. So perhaps you are from the US living abroad, or vice versa. Maybe you're from abroad living in the US. I don't know. But both of these are significant, both the US and abroad. The month of August is significant to you, and so is the 1900s. So whether you were born in August of 19 whatever, or something happened to you then, I'm hearing 90s baby, so that's possible too. But eternity popped out. So this is to remind you, Spirit wants you to remember you are eternal. And whether this brings you comfort or not, I don't know. But the fact that you are eternal means that you can't mess up what's meant for you. Okay? You're going to keep doing this until you do it. Okay? This is your chance, and Spirit wants you to take it. Spirit's telling me how close you are. Okay, but this worry and stress about the unknown needs to be let go of. Okay, so remember, Spirit's wanting you to ground yourself. Okay, let's see if I can get any other affirmations for you here. Yeah, I said that, and then I almost pulled from another deck, so I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, check your energy. Yep. Check your energy. All right, let's see. An affirmation. Well, a lot fell out. Okay, so this tells me you need a lot of self-care, so ground yourself. And, I'm feeling this message very deeply. So please, if this is you and you feel that and this really resonates with you, feel free to reach out, okay? I am safe. Yes, so check your energy, ground yourself. Tell yourself, I am safe. Okay, in those moments of worry that you're having, I want you to tell yourself, I am safe. Okay, remember what came out in the very beginning. The Spirit had an urgent message for you and that you were very protected, right? So this makes sense. My soul is aligned with the energy of love and compassion. Yes, I love this for you, okay? So know that, okay? You are full of love and compassion, all right? I trust my intuition. So Spirit wants you to start affirming that to yourself too. I trust my intuition. Trust your inner knowing. I am aligned with my higher purpose. This has been a big theme for me today too, about higher purpose. So maybe all of this was leading me up to your message about being aligned with your higher purpose. Okay, so start affirming that to yourself. I am aligned with my higher purpose, and I choose happiness. Is this not exactly what came out in the other decks, right? That Spirit was telling you it is your time to choose differently, to choose happiness, to choose your higher purpose, okay? That is the message here from Spirit, reminding you you are okay, you are safe, but check your energy, trust your intuition, and choose happiness. Choose your higher purpose. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helps.